Okay, I was a little late today, but we're gonna try this, okay? I don't have any teeth in, and I'm working on getting my dentures, so I'm gonna try to talk as clear and concise as I can. My name is Queen Ra, and this is a story of my life from tent to temple. And as I was telling you earlier, that my parents were madly in love with each other. You know, they used to take pictures together and stuff. And she would sit on his lap and stuff. But you know, uh, they were married and then they got divorced. And my mom was sick and she went in the hospital. And my dad married another woman. So my mom got dementia eventually. But let's back up in the story. My mom and dad broke up, but my dad sent me, my mom, and my brother to live with his family in Boston in the wintertime. I got pneumonia. My grandmother had to take care of me, and my mom was cheating on my dad, so I don't know why he sent her to live with his family instead of just divorcing her. So my mom, of course, was not happy. She'd never been in a cold climate, and she probably missed her lover. So she left me there with my paternal grandmother, okay? And I was in school. I was in the second grade. I was 7 years old, and took my half brother, who she had had through her affair, and went back home to California. The marriage was over, and I was stuck with my grandparents and my two aunts, my grandmother and my two aunts. I wasn't happy about it. I felt like my parents deserted me. My mom, I felt, well, she was an adulteress with the A on her forehead, burned into her forehead. And that's how I looked at my mom for a long time. It was her fault. Never, owning up to the fact that my father was an alcoholic and was not there for my mom at all. My dad was a jazz musician. He ruined his career drinking. And the last I heard about him was that he fell off his guitar stool, blacked out drunk. So my father was a very talented musician. He played all over the world. He was actually in jazz at the Philharmonic. Yep, Irving Ashby. So here I was, a little girl, deserted by my parents, living in Boston, and I'm in a big house. I'm telling you, big. I mean, I got my own bedroom. I'm right by the bathroom. I'm right on the same floor as my grandmother and my favorite aunt, my Auntie Phyllis, who worked at a factory. And I started to go to school, and I was a straight A student. I loved school. And I can remember going to school and the National Guard being on the corner. Why were they on the corner? Well, President Kennedy just got shot. Martin Luther King Jr. just got shot. Riots, all those kind of things are going on. And by this time, I'm about 10 years old. It's 1964. Yeah. And I'm from Massachusetts, where the Kennedys are loved. So when our president, John F. Kennedy, got murdered, it was really traumatizing. And then Martin Luther King Jr. got killed, and then Malcolm X got killed. It was just too much. It was just too much. And I continued to go to school. But I started to wear an afro and throw up the Black Power sign. You know what I mean? Yeah. And here came the Vietnam War. And I think I'm gonna stop right there at the Vietnam War, all right?